X-League Arena Football League here on SouthlandSportsTV.com. It's the Alabama Outlawz against the Savannah Steam. Right now, the Savannah Steam has the ball, and they have it down to the 20-yard line. Update you on everything that's been going on as the broadcast goes. The Steam lead it 2-0. They won the X-Dash. One of the Steam players ran it in for a touchdown. The Alabama Outlaw player slipped. And so not only did the Steam get the ball, they also got 2 points, and they have the ball right now on offense. And Savannah is at the Alabama 21-yard line, and that's number 3 for the Steam. The Savannah Steam, they recently were bought by a Savannah, Georgia ownership group. They used to be the Pennsylvania Steam. That was number 3, Anthony Curtis, the running back, with the ball. He runs it down to the 15-yard line. Last week we were here. Alabama lost to St. Louis, lost to the St. Louis Attack 58-39 in a hard-fought game. Alabama unfortunately turned the ball over way too many times, and that did them in. And now the Savannah/Pennsylvania Steam has the ball at the Alabama 15-yard line. This is Ricky Adams at quarterback for the Steam, and he gives the ball to Anthony Curtis, the wideout/running back, and he has run into the boards. Only 1 yard gain on the play. So the ball is still at the 15-yard line. Not much of a gain at all, if any. Alabama must do a better job of protecting the football. Last week they had Garrett Sutphin, the Alabama quarterback, had 3 interceptions, and there was a crucial fumble at the St. Louis 1 yard line, which negated an Alabama touchdown. Here's Ricky Adams. He's going to run it. Ricky Adams on the keeper for the Steam, and he is sacked and taken down by number 11 for Alabama. That was Byron James out of Jacksonville State. Nice play by James. And with 12:08 to go in the first quarter, it is still 2-0 in favor of the Savannah Steam. The used to be called the Pennsylvania Steam. They were bought out by a Savannah, Georgia ownership group. They are going to be relocating to Savannah at the end of the season. They got here about a half hour late for tonight's game. A 14-hour bus ride from Reading, Pennsylvania, where they've been playing their home games. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out and respond. So far, so good for the Savannah Steam. Okay, here's number 3 for the Steam. He is followed up right away. Nice play. That's number 20, Rob Taylor. He doubles as a fullback for Alabama. Nice play by Rob Taylor, and he gains Alabama a point. So it's 2-1 in favor of Savannah. And so we have 11:30 to go in the game. The Savannah Steam is 0-1. They lost on the road to the Florida Marine Raiders, who are tied for first place with the St. Louis Attack in the X-League. They lost 70-40. That certainly does sound like a lopsided victory for the Marine Raiders. But there's a lot of interesting rules here in the X-League. You can be down by as much as 20 points with 2 minutes to go in the game and still have a chance to win, and we will explain those rules to you as the game goes on. So Alabama has the ball at the 17-yard line, and Garrett Sutphin and company will go to work. Alabama 1-1 on the season. Their first win was March 3rd. A come-from-behind win over the Georgia Rampage, 44-43. They scored a late touchdown with a minute to go in the game to give themselves the win. But then last week they fell to the St. Louis Attack 58-39. So the Alabama Outlaws are going to want to get that bad taste out of their mouth. That loss to St. Louis last week, they want to get that bad taste out of the mouth and get back on the right track. As for Pennsylvania, or I should say Savannah, they just want to get their first win of the season. Sutphin in shotgun. To his right is Tracy Brooks. To his left is Tracy Brooks. Sutphin awaits the snap. Sutphin back to throw. Sutphin is going to throw long towards the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Alabama! Torrin Retta with the touchdown reception. And the Alabama Outlaws take a 7-2 lead. Beautiful pass from Garrett Sutphin to Torrin Retta for the touchdown. And we will see if Alabama decides to go for two or if they're just going to kick the extra point. Looks like Chris Campbell is going to be on for the extra point. Just a nice throw from Garrett Sutphin to Torrin Retta. Had him in the corner of the end zone. Very nice reception by Retta. 10:44 to go in the game. Clock is running, and it's 7-2 Alabama. We're glad that you decided to join us, ladies and gentlemen, no matter where you are around the nation, around the world, on SouthlandSportsTV.com. Here is Chris Campbell's extra point attempt. It's up, and it's good. Correction, no good. The extra point is no good, so the score remains Alabama 7, Savannah 2. So right away, with 10:19 to go in the first quarter, Alabama strikes quickly on their third play from the line of scrimmage. And it's 7-2 Alabama Outlaws. And now it's Savannah's turn to try and get some points on the board. Savannah unable to do anything with it on offense last time thanks to some stingy Alabama defense. Well, let's see if the Steam can get the ball rolling here on their next possession. So Chris Campbell ready to kick off for Alabama. We'll give you the starters as the game goes on here. Torrin Retta at wideout. He's out of Jacksonville State. Adam Flanagan is also a wide. He's out of Northwest Shoals Community College. Chris Campbell, the kicker, out of University of North Alabama, and we await his kick. Is. Oh, here we go. Here's Chris Campbell, old bouncer, and it's picked up by number 6, and he has run into the boards at the 6-yard line. That's Jalen Tillman. Jalen Tillman picked up the kickoff from Chris Campbell and runs it all the way down to the 6-yard line of Alabama, and just like that, outstanding field position for the Savannah Steam. 9:54 and counting in the first quarter. Alabama leads it 7-2. This is the X League on SouthlandSportsTV.com. Ricky Adams under center. He waits the snap. Ricky gives the ball. Nice play. Wow. What a play by Rob Taylor. He got in the backfield right away and just tackled Anthony Curtis for no gain. Anthony Curtis was a dead duck right there thanks to Rob Taylor. Nice play by Taylor. And the ball is at the 8-yard line, a 2-yard loss for Savannah. So Alabama coming up big so far on defense. 9:05 to go in the first quarter, clock running. And here comes Savannah up to the line. Adams under center. He gives the ball to Curtis, and Curtis is met right away once again, and that's Michael Calvin. Michael Calvin with the sack, I should say with the tackle. So some great defense here by Alabama, just snuffing out the offense of the Savannah Steam. And you have to wonder, that long 14-hour bus ride from Reading, Pennsylvania is really taking its toll on this team. They got here about half hour late, didn't have much time to warm up. And so far the offense is just struggling. And the Alabama defense coming up big. Here's Adams under center. Adams going to hand the ball to number 90 for the Steam, and he's going to score. That's Mason Fuller, the fullback for the Savannah Steam, and he scores. But I think we got a penalty. Let's see. No, the ball was he was tackled at the 1 yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 2. And now oh my goodness, they handed the ball off to Curtis, and he was met right away by Gerard Jones and Tracy Brooks. They both sandwiched Curtis for no gain. What a play. Boy, this Alabama defense is fired up. Terrific run. It's interesting that the Savannah team is really relying on running the football so far. I don't believe I've not seen a pass yet. So it's going to be Alabama football at their 6 yard line, at their own 6 yard line. Sutphin in shotgun. Taylor to his left. Sutphin back to throw. He throws it out to the flat. It's caught. That is, I believe that's Tracy. That's number 5, Marcellus Wilder. Wilder with the reception, and he's run out of bounds up around the 20. It's going to be good enough for a first down. So the ball is at the 19 yard line of Alabama. Sutphin picks it up, back to pass. Sutphin rolls to his right. Sutphin in trouble. He's back towards the 4-5 yard line. He dumps it off, though, to number 20, Taylor. Taylor gets over the 20, and he is pushed back to around the 20. I think they're going to give him forward progress, though, so the ball is going to be at the, should be at the 22 yard line. Nice improvisation by Garrett Sutphin. He was in trouble and he dumped the ball off to Taylor. Now here's Sutphin in shotgun. Sutphin back to pass. Sutphin over the middle. It's caught. This is Teron Retta with the catch. He's down to the 39 yard line of St. Louis. 39 yard line. So right away, the Alabama Outlaw offense in gear. Sutphin in shotgun formation. Back to pass. Throws into the end zone. It is caught. Caught by Retta once again. I believe that, no, that's Marcellus Wilder, excuse me. Marcellus Wilder with the catch. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. And just like that, the Outlaws are up 14-2. What a dream start for the Alabama Outlaws. Trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss to St. Louis last week. So the Alabama Outlaws stop Savannah on 4th and goal from the 5 yard line, or I should say, a little closer than that, from about the 2 yard line. They get the ball back and march it right down for a touchdown. Now Chris Campbell on for the extra point. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Alabama Outlaws are up 15-2 now with 5:13 remaining in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening to X-League Arena Football here on SouthlandSportsTV.com.
This always means break.
Okay, I can't hear audio in here.
Check.
Testing.
Check. Talk.
Testing.
You're not hearing anything? Oh, I know why.
Here's the kick from Campbell. It is. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me know when we're back on. Okay, we're back here at Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama leads at 16-2 over Savannah. Chris Campbell's kick goes over the end zone, and so Savannah's going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. It is 16-2 Alabama with 5:13 to go in the game. Glad that you could join us, listening friend, whether no matter where you might be around the nation or around the world, listening on SouthlandSportsTV.com. So Savannah going to try and right the ship here. They are down 16-2. They just got here on a 14-hour bus ride from Reading, Pennsylvania. They've had a rough week this week, to say the least. Team used to be the Pennsylvania's team. They've been sold. They will relocate to Savannah. Here's Ricky Adams. They hand off to Anthony Curtis, and he is wrapped up right away. That is number 60. That is Robert McCoy on the tackle. So Curtis gets about a 1-yard gain. 4:57 to go in the first quarter. Clock is running. Just to recap the situation with the Pennsylvania/Savannah Steam, they were purchased earlier this week by an ownership group from Savannah, Georgia. So the team that used to be the Pennsylvania Steam is now the Savannah Steam. They are still playing their home games in Reading, Pennsylvania, but they will be moving to Savannah at the end of the season. Okay, second down for Savannah. Ricky Adams under center. Adams back to throw. Adams is going to throw. It is intercepted. Intercepted by Alabama. Intercepted by Robert McCoy. And Robert McCoy is down at the 1-yard line. What a great play by Robert McCoy. He was at the right place at the right time. Robert McCoy with the interception. And the ball is going to be placed at about the 2-yard line. And Alabama is in big-time business. And in the X League, you get extra points for making defensive plays. Alabama got a point there for the interception, and now it's 17-2. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of interesting rules in the X League, a lot different from the Arena League or the football that we're all used to. You get a point for an interception or a sack or any defensive play. And what's very interesting is at near the end of the game, with a minute to go, they bring in the X ball, and everything is double. If you score a touchdown, it's not 6 points, it's 12 points. If you kick an extra point, it's not 1 point, it's 2 points. If you try for a 2-point conversion, it's not 2 points, it's 4 points. So we'll get into that later as we approach the fourth quarter. Okay, it's first and goal from the 2. Sutphin under center. Rob Taylor, the fullback, behind him. Sutphin at the line. He pitches it to Marcellus Wilder, and Wilder hurdles the defender into the end zone for the touchdown. What a play by Marcellus Wilder. He just jumped over Josh Thomas into the end zone for the score. It is now 23-2 Alabama. And boy, have they rebounded nicely from that loss to St. Louis last week. What a play by Marcellus Wilder. Now Chris Campbell on to attempt the extra point. Looks like he's going to be busy tonight. 3:13 to go in the first quarter. Clock runs. Alabama in no hurry to snap this ball for this extra point. What a dream start for the Outlaws. Lee Ellison is just got to be on cloud 9 right now. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. So with 2:46 to go in the first quarter, it is Alabama 24, Savannah 2. And let's see, we're going to take a break, or we're going to take a break here. It's Alabama 24, Savannah 2. You are watching and listening to X League Arena Football on SouthlandSportsTV.com. Outlaws with a commanding 31-2 lead over the Savannah Steam. Just the start of the second quarter. Alabama just scored a touchdown. Rob Taylor from 6 yards out, and now Chris Campbell awaits to kick the extra point. Alabama scoring 31 unanswered points after Savannah won the X-Dash and got the 2 points right before the game started. Here's the snap and the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Kick is no good by Chris Campbell, so it still remains 31-2. 15 minutes to go in the second quarter. If you're just joining us late, Savannah got on the board first by winning the X-Dash. They get the team that wins the X-Dash not only gets the ball to start the game, they get 2 points. But then Alabama scored on a touchdown by Teron Retta. They scored another touchdown after an interception by Rob Taylor. They scored 2 more touchdowns by Marcellus Wilder and another touchdown by Taylor, and it's 31-2. Alabama with a commanding 31-2 lead. And the Outlaws quickly eradicating that bad taste, that bad loss to St. Louis last week. Now, in the X League, you're never totally out of it. If Savannah can get some offense here and get some points, if you're within 16 points, if you're down, but if you're within 16 points or close to it, you have a chance to win. Because with a minute to go in the fourth quarter, they bring in the X ball, and a touchdown is not 6 points, it's 12 points. Everything's double. Okay, here's Campbell's kick. It's along the ground. It's picked up by number 9 of Savannah, and very good special teams there by Adam Flanagan and Tracy Brooks to wrap him up. That was Ridge Flanders with the run back, and he is tackled at the 12-yard line. So Savannah's going to start the ball. Is going to start their drive at their own 12-yard line. And they've got to get some offense going here. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long night for the Savannah Steam. 14:19 to go in the second quarter. Alabama with a 31-2 lead. And let's see what the Savannah Steam can come up with on this drive. Just haven't been able to do much on offense thanks to Alabama's defense and some turnovers. Okay, Ricky Adams under center. He awaits the snap. Adams gonna fake the throw, but then he is tackled and sacked right away. Look at that, my goodness. That is number 50. We do have a penalty on the play. Number 56, that's number 56, Michael Williams with the sack, but hold on here. Oh, we have a face mask against William Young of Alabama, so negate the sack. That's a 5-yard penalty at least. Actually, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Ball's going to be moved up to the 20-yard line. So Savannah catching a huge break there. Here go the Steam at the 20-yard line. Adams under center. Adams back to throw. Adams, he didn't release it, and just like that, he is sacked. And that's number 55 for Alabama. That is Gerard Jones with a sack. And Alabama should be getting at least a point here for that. Actually, that was fourth down. That was fourth down. No, I correct myself. It's not fourth down. Third. Ball's at the 15-yard line. 5-yard loss. Sutphin in shotgun, Ricky Adams in shotgun formation. And we got timeout here. Let's see, official timeout. Okay, we resume play. Ricky Adams in shotgun. He waits the snap. Adams back to throw. He rolls to his right. Adams got to get rid of it. Adams now rolls to his left. He's going to run up along the boards, and Adams is taken down at the 26-yard line. Nice improvisation by Ricky Adams. He's fleet-footed, he's mobile, and he was able to make something out of nothing. He moves the ball up to the 24-yard line of Alabama. So Ricky Adams able to get the first down for the Savannah Steam and keep the drive alive. It's 31-2 Alabama, 11:17 to go in the second quarter. We're glad that you could join us, listening friend, wherever you may be, around the nation or around the world, here on SouthlandSportsTV.com. 1st and 10 for the Savannah Steam at the Alabama 24. Here's Adams back to throw. He rolls to his right. He throws, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted, that is number 11. That's Byron James. Byron James, the defensive back for Alabama, with the interception. James out of Jacksonville State, 6'3", 200 pounds, and he gets another interception. And that's another turnover by the Savannah Steam, and that gives Alabama another point. It's 32-2 Alabama. So turnovers really killing the Savannah Steam. And this Alabama defense has come to play tonight. Coach Lee Ellison has got to be on cloud nine right now. Just a dream start for the Alabama Outlaws. And a nightmare start for the Savannah Steam. Ball is at the 12-yard line of Alabama. Alabama with the football, thanks to the interception by Byron James. Sutphin giving out instructions. Sutphin under center. Rob Taylor to his right. Now Rob Taylor is behind him. Now Rob Taylor's to his left. Sutphin under center. He waits the snap. Sutphin back to pass, throws it into the flat. And that is number 6 for Alabama. That is Wayne Williams with the reception, and he runs the ball up close to the 25-yard line. Ball is going to be spotted at the 22-yard line. So Alabama once again in business, ready to put more points on the board. 9:07 to go in the second quarter. Clock is running. Outlaws up to the line. They're at their own 22. Sutphin in shotgun. Taylor to his left. Sutphin gets the snap. Back to throw. Sutphin looking, throws it to his right, and it's caught by number 1. That's Teron Retta. Caught at the 16-yard line of Savannah. So the Alabama Outlaws on the move once again and ready to put more points on the board. Both the offense and defense just clicking for Alabama tonight. 8:20 to go in the first half. It's 32-2 Alabama. You had to wonder how Savannah was going to start this game, just getting off the bus after a long 14-hour bus ride from Reading, Pennsylvania, and the distractions of what has happened in the past week. Here's Sutphin in shotgun. Sutphin back to pass. He's going to throw towards his right. Along the boards, the catch is made. That's number 5, Marcellus Wilder, with a catch, and he catches it at close to the 10-yard line. Let's see where the ref spots the ball. Ball is spotted right up almost at the 10-yard line. So first and goal from the 10. Clock is running, 7:24 in the first half. The Alabama Outlaws poised to put more points on the board and add to their lead. Sutphin in shotgun formation. Taylor to his right. Teron Retta in motion. Sutphin back to pass. Sutphin throws it towards the 5-yard line. It's caught, I believe. And it's caught by Wayne Williams. And the ball's going to be spotted at the 3-yard line. So the Outlaws in business once again, ready to put more points on the board. Williams, a 6-foot, 195-pound wide receiver out of Tuskegee University and Baldwin High School. First and goal from the 3. Sutphin in shotgun. He awaits the snap. He's back to pass. Sutphin looking, throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. Threw it off the board, off the padding in the back of the end zone. He wanted Marcellus Wilder. Pass was off target. So it's going to be second and goal from the 3-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Alabama with a 32-2 lead. But not satisfied. They want to put more points on the board, and you really are never safe in the X League. Especially with everything being double with a minute to go in the game when they bring in the X ball. Second and goal from the 3. Sutphin under center this time. Taylor behind him. Sutphin gets the ball. He throws it out to the flat. There's Williams with a catch, and Williams is tackled by a host of Savannah Steam defenders, tackled down at about the 2. So maybe he gets a yard. So it's going to be third and goal from the 2 for Alabama. Third and goal from the Savannah 2. Clock is still running. 5:08, 5:07, 5:06. Alabama wants to get some points on the board before the half ends. And they're 2 yards away from pay dirt and making this thing 38-2. Alabama up to the line. Ball's at the 2-yard line of Savannah. Wonderful start for the Outlaws. Sutphin under center. Taylor in the backfield. Taurine Retta in motion. Now they give us to Taylor. Taylor's going to run, and he is met by a host of Savannah Steam defenders, and he is pushed back to the 5-yard line. Very good stand by the Savannah defense. They have pride, and they would like for nothing less than to keep Alabama out of the end zone and not get another touchdown in this first half. 4:07 to go. It's third and goal for Alabama. Alabama in no hurry here. They've got a 32-2 lead. So the Outlaws up to the line. It's third and goal. Sutphin under center. He waits for the snap. Sutphin. He's on the keeper. He's going to keep it, and he's going to score. Garrett Sutphin with the touchdown. He ran towards his right and scores, and it's 38-2 Alabama. So the Outlaws able to get more points on the board before the half ends. Clock is still running. 3:18, 3:17, 3:16. Alabama, though, in no hurry. They have a 38-2 lead as Chris Campbell comes on to attempt the extra point. And just a dream start for the Outlaws, a nightmarish start for the Savannah Steam. And there, Savannah's coach, Bobby Daramel, is out talking with the referee about something he did not like, apparently. Now the conversation is over, and now Chris Campbell's extra point attempt is about to happen. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the extra point is no good, and Chris Campbell has missed now, I think, at least 2 extra point attempts. And you've got to be a little concerned here in that situation. And what do we have here? We got a little, thought we're going to have a little bit of extracurricular activity, but no, none of that. Players shake hands. Everybody goes back to their huddles. 2:40 to go in the first half. Alabama 38, Savannah 2. The Savannah Steam were before this week were known as the Pennsylvania Steam. They were playing their home games in Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. But just earlier this week, they were purchased by an ownership group out of Savannah, Georgia, and they will be moving to Savannah when the season ends. They've played one game already in the X League. They lost to the Florida Marine Raiders on the road, 70-40. So they are capable of putting points on the board. They just haven't been able to do it so far tonight. Alabama's played great defensively and offensively. They've created turnovers, and they've turned those turnovers into points. So Chris Campbell's going to kick it off to the Savannah Steam. 2:40 to go in the first half. Alabama with a 38-2 lead. We're glad that you could join us, listening friend, again, wherever you may be, around the state of Alabama, around the nation, around the world. If you're a serviceman overseas, we want to thank you for all that you do to defend our country. So just like that, Alabama is now up 41-2. Actually, in quarterback was Anthony Scott. Anthony Scott's the one that actually threw the pass. And it was caught by Courtney Reese, but Courtney Reese tried to move upfield, but he was turned back right away by some Alabama defenders and sacked in the end zone for safety. So now, not only does Alabama score, Savannah has to kick off to Alabama again, and Alabama has a chance to put even more points on the board. Still a lot of time, 2:17 to go in the first half. It's 41-2 Alabama. And if you're Bobby Demerel, the coach of the Savannah Steam, what do you say in the locker room to motivate your guys? Okay, here's the kickoff, and it's caught. The very, very short kickoff. It's caught by, that's number 8. That's Tracy Brooks, caught up around the 17-yard line, and he runs it back to inside the 10. So a very short kick. I don't quite understand that. Why would you not boom that ball way downfield? Just a poor kick there by Savannah. And look at this. The ball is at the 5-yard line, and Alabama has a chance to put more points on the board. It's 41-2, and they have a chance to make it 48-2. And Alabama in no hurry here. 1:32 to go in the first half. They're up 41-2. They're taking their time. Okay, Outlawz up to the line. First and goal from the 5-yard line, excuse me. Sutphin in shotgun. Taylor to his right. Tauren Reda in motion. Sutphin back to pass. He's going to throw into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. That's number 22. John Stellman with the catch. John Stellman with the reception and the touchdown. Stellman out of Miles College here in Birmingham. And he gets the touchdown. It's 47-2, extra point pending. So just like that, another touchdown for Alabama. It's 47-2. I don't quite understand the short kickoff there by Savannah. Just a really poor kick. The kick only went up to about the 15-yard line. It was run back to the 5. And is Alabama in huddle right now. Then we got a timeout. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take a break. The score, Alabama 47, Savannah 2. You're watching X-League Arena Football on SouthlandSportsTV.com. We're here at Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama, where the Alabama Outlaws are leading the Savannah team 47-2, 59 seconds to go in the first half. It has been all Alabama since the Savannah team won the X-Dash to get themselves 2 points. But a series of turnovers that were turned into touchdowns and just very efficient defense and offense for Alabama has gotten them this 47-2 lead. And the Alabama Outlaws are awaiting the extra point from Chris Campbell to make it 48-2. Campbell awaiting the snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 59 seconds to go, it is 48-2, Alabama over Savannah. Just a dominating performance by the Alabama Outlaws tonight. Folks, we'll be right back here in a couple weeks for another game, for another Alabama Outlaws game. More on that as the broadcast continues. So with 59 seconds to go, Alabama with a 48-2 lead. I'm Ken Gustafson. Great to be with you tonight as you enjoy exciting action of X-League Arena football. Alabama came into this game 1-1 in third place behind St. Louis and Florida. So Chris Campbell about to kick off to Savannah. Savannah has 59 seconds to muster something before the half ends. They desperately want to get a touchdown before this half ends, I'm sure, obviously. Here's Campbell's kickoff. It's a high kickoff into the end zone. It's brought down. That's number 5 for number 21 for Savannah, and he is tackled at the 4-yard line. Josh Thomas with the run back, and he's only able to run it back to the 4-yard line. So with 52 seconds to go in the first half, Savannah, once again, deep in their own territory, are going to have to march it 46 yards to score. 46 yards in arena football is like 92 yards in regular football. It's a long way. Okay. This is Anthony Scott at quarterback. He's in shotgun. High snap. Scott back to pass. His pass is incomplete. Is thrown into the ground, and he's hurt. He was hit hard. And he is holding his head. He took a shot there. I couldn't see exactly who it was who got to him, but he is down. And the trainer's over to take a look at him. Hopefully he's going to be all right, but he took a shot to the head there. And this Alabama defense has been on fire tonight. Boy, this is all that Savannah needed. They came in here from a long bus ride. And now an injury, possible injury to one of their key players. They're helping Scott, and he's walking gingerly, but looks like he's walking under his own power. He's walking with some assistance there from the trainers, so fortunately he looks like he's going to be okay. We certainly hope so. So 46 seconds to go in the first half. Savannah has the ball at their own 5-yard line. And I would imagine Ricky Adams would be quarterbacking now. He started the game as quarterback, and there he is. He's going to be the quarterback. Adams in shotgun. And he gets the snap back. Adams is going to run it out. He gets up to the 5, the 10, the 15, and he is hammered by Tracy Brooks. at the 15-yard line, and Tracy Brooks laid the wood to Ricky Adams there at the 15. Ball's going to be spotted just before the 15, maybe at about the 14. So Savannah, with 22 seconds to go, has a little breathing room. Ball's just outside the 15-yard line. And I think we got a timeout on the field. .22 seconds to go in the first half. Alabama with a 48-2 lead over the Savannah Steam. Alabama with a tough night last week. The St. Louis team came in here, played extremely well, forced some turnovers. Garrett Sutphin threw 3 interceptions in that game. And Alabama had a chance to really change the momentum in that game. They had the ball, if you remember, at the 1 foot line of St. Louis, but a fumble on the exchange resulted in St. Louis picking up the ball and running it all the way back the other end for a touchdown, and that really changed the turning point. That big turning point of the game really changed momentum of that game. There is one other game going on right now. We'll get you updated on that in just a second here. Okay, Savannah has the ball at the 14-yard line. Ricky Adams at quarterback. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Adams under center. Adams back to throw. He's going to hand it off to number 21, and that is Josh Thomas. Thomas runs it all the way up to almost the 25-yard line. Nice run there by Thomas. He's stopped. He's going to be short. He's about at the 23. So Josh Thomas, the running back, gets it up to the 23-yard line. 15 seconds to go. Now Adams under center here. Savannah trying to put points on the board before the half ends. Here's Adams under center. Adams back to throw. He's going to hand it off again to Thomas. Thomas gets a few yards and up to the 25. And it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for the first half as the clock runs down. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the first half. Your score, Alabama 48, Savannah 2. We're going to take a timeout here. It is halftime here at Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. You're watching X-League Arena Football on SouthlandSportsTV.com. We're here at the Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. It's halftime. The Alabama Outlaws with a 48-2 lead over the Savannah's team. It's been a total domination by the Alabama team ever since the Savannah's team won the X-Dash, in which one player from each team will pick up the ball and run to the end zone. Savannah won the race, but so far, Alabama is winning the war big time. It's 48-2, and they've done it both offensively and defensively, forcing turnovers. Rob Taylor with an interception early in the first quarter, and running it all the way back into Savannah territory. Alabama scored off that possession, and also Alabama has gotten touchdowns from Taryn Retta. They've gotten two touchdowns from Marcellus Wilder, 2 touchdowns from Rob Taylor. That's all unofficial, but those are the people who have scored touchdowns. And it is 48-2. Savannah unable to muster anything on offense. Ricky Adams has been sacked a couple times. He's thrown a couple of interceptions. Anthony Scott came in relief at quarterback, but he was injured as he was trying to throw an out pass deep in his own end zone, and he was hit really hard in the head. And fortunately, he's going to be all right. But the Savannah Steam, I should say, 14-hour bus ride from Reading, Pennsylvania. They used to be called the Pennsylvania Steam until earlier this week, as a new ownership group from Savannah, Georgia, bought the team earlier this week. They will move the team to Savannah at the end of the season. And you have to wonder if all that is a distraction, plus the 14-hour bus ride. The team arrived here late, and Alabama trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss to St. Louis last week, and they have done so, certainly have done so tonight with a 48-2 lead at halftime. Garrett Sutphin has played well, the quarterback for Alabama. And his receiving core, Taryn Retta, Marcellus Wilder, Rob Taylor, all 3 of those have scored touchdowns. And we begin the second half. And to start the second half, Alabama will receive the ball. There is one other game going on tonight in the X League, and in I should say 55 seconds left in the first half, St. Louis has a 41-18 lead over Florida. Both those teams tied for first place at 2-0, but right now St. Louis has a commanding 41-18 lead with 55 seconds to go in the first half. And we saw that St. Louis team last week here as they came in here and put up 58 points against Alabama. So St. Louis, it looks like they're well on their way to going 3-0, but of course, in the X League, anything can happen. No lead is safe. Okay, we begin the second half. As Savannah getting ready to kick it off. Here's a high kick into the end zone, and it's picked up. This is number 2. That's Adam Flanagan. Adam Flanagan all the way out to the 15-yard line of Savannah. Nice return there by Adam Flanagan. And the ball is at the 15-yard line of Savannah. And once again, the Alabama Outlaws in great position to put up more points on the board. They already have a 48-2 lead. But special teams for Alabama just outstanding, both offensively and defensively in this game. As we mentioned, there is one other game tonight in St. Louis. The game should be at either halftime or start of the second half. St. Louis with a 41-18 lead over the Florida Marine Raiders. Okay, Alabama with the ball at the Savannah 15. Sutphin in shotgun. Taryn Retta in motion. Taylor the fullback. Sutphin back to pass. Sutphin's pass is incomplete. So it's going to be second down and 10. 48-2 Alabama. If you'd have asked Lee Ellison, if you'd have told Lee Ellison, the coach for the Alabama Outlaws, that you would be up 48-2 to start the second half. To put it mildly, I don't think he would have believed you. So 2nd and 10 from the Savannah 15-yard line. Sutphin gives instructions to Taylor, his fullback. Sutphin back to pass. Looking. Sutphin going to throw it into the end zone. It is tipped around and incomplete. Wayne Williams and Adam Flanagan looked like they got their hands on it, but just couldn't haul it in, and a defender for Savannah got his hands on it as well. So it's going to be 3rd down. Alabama has to convert here on 3rd down, or the ball automatically goes over to Savannah. There's no punting. Actually, I'm wrong there. Alabama could certainly kick a field goal from this distance. So it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 10. 15-yard line of Savannah. Sutphin in shotgun formation. Tarin Retta in motion. Sutphin, low snap, he picks it up. Sutphin back to pass, he throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Marcellus Wilder. Marcellus Wilder with his 3rd touchdown of the game, and Alabama has a 54-2 lead. So just like that, the Alabama Outlaws put more points on the board, and the romp continues. It is an old-fashioned butt-whooping here in Birmingham. 54-2, Alabama, the extra point pending. Boy, just an unbelievable performance by the Alabama Outlaws. And just a really, really rough situation here for the Savannah Steam. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick by Campbell is up. It is good. So with 11:17 to go in the 3rd quarter, Alabama 55, Savannah 2. And we're going to keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank all of you who are listening around the state of Alabama, around the nation, and around the world on SouthlandSportsTV.com, especially any of you servicemen overseas stationed in many parts of the world. Thank you for all that you do. There is one other game going on. St. Louis with a 41-18 lead over the Florida Marine Raiders. Both those teams 2-0 atop the X-League standings. So Chris Campbell going to kick it off here to the Savannah Steam. 10:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to run. And there's Campbell's kick. It's a high kick into the back of the end zone. It bounces around, and it's fallen upon. Number 21, Josh Thomas, falls on it at the 4-yard line. So once again, Savannah in poor field position. That ball was you can catch the ball if it hits. You can catch the ball if it hits off the back wall of the end zone, the wall behind the end zone. And the ball was bouncing around, and Josh Thomas alertly fell on it. Make sure that Savannah at least has the ball. You don't want to give Alabama the ball at your own 3-yard line. That's going to be a sure another touchdown. Savannah in dire straits here, down 55-2. They won the X-Dash to start the game, and it was 2-0 Savannah, but after that, the roof caved in. So Savannah has the ball at their 20. Ricky Adams, the quarterback. He's under shotgun. Adams back to throw. He's going to roll to his right. Adams now moves up the field. Adams runs upfield, and he is tackled down close to the 25-yard line, at about maybe the 24. And there's a penalty on the play. We got a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. Well, let's see what the penalty is. Injured player on the field. Injured player on the field for Alabama. That is Sean Johnson. No, excuse me, Byron. I'm sorry. That's Gerard Jones. But he is okay. He is walking off under his own power. We do have a penalty. Referees are discussing it. Personal foul against Alabama. That's Adam Flanagan. Now, we had a few personal fouls last week by the Outlaws that were very, very costly. And if you're Lee Ellison, that's the last thing you want. You've got a 55-2 lead. Everything is going your way and then some. You don't need any personal fouls. You don't need any silly penalties. You want to play flawless or close to flawless football the rest of the way here. You don't want to be sloppy even though you have a 55-2 lead. So Savannah's going to have the ball at the Alabama 16-yard line. Ricky Adams, the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Adams back to throw. Adams dumps it, incomplete. He wanted Deron Harvey, the wide receiver, but couldn't get it to him. A miscommunication of sorts. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 16 of Alabama. It's 8:08 to go into third quarter. Alabama with a 55-2 lead, and seemingly are going to cruise to a victory here tonight, unless some unbelievable stuff happens. Again, if you're, in the X League, if you're up by 20 or 25 points, that lead is not safe, because in the fourth quarter, with a minute to go, they bring in the X ball, and every point that is scored, a touchdown is not 6 points, it's 12 points. An extra point is not 1 point, it's 2 points. A 2-point conversion is not 2 points, it's 4 points. A field goal is not 3 points, it is 6 points. In fact, that's how Alabama came from behind to beat the Georgia Rampage. First game of the X League history, first game of X League history back on March the 3rd. But it appears that Savannah is just way too far behind for that scenario to take place. Okay, 2nd and 10. Ricky Adams in shotgun formation here. And a high snap. And now number four with the ball for Savannah. And a tackle there. It looked like a horse collar or face mask, but there's no penalty there. High snap to Courtney Reese, and he had to run all the way back, and he lost a bunch of yardage. And number 16 for Alabama, that is Ken Ingram with the sack. And the ball is way back in Savannah territory. We do have an injured player on the field. And I'm trying to see who that is. I can't see over the boards. So number four for the Savannah Steam, that is Courtney Reese. Courtney Reese, the player that had the ball. It was a high snap. They brought him in for quarterback. High snap, and there was a jailbreak by the Alabama defensive line. They got through the O-line of Savannah, and Ken Ingram Jr. sacked Reese all the way back. But we do have a personal foul. We have a personal foul against Ken Ingram Jr., the player that sacked Reese. So apparently negate the sack. It was a horse collar. It did look like a horse collar. I didn't see the flag at first, but it was thrown, and it's going to be a personal foul against Alabama. That's the second personal foul penalty in a row for the Outlaws, and this is something that has been a reoccurring problem. And if you're Lee Ellison, you've got to be concerned, even though you're up 55-2. So just like that, Savannah has the ball deep in Alabama territory inside the 10-yard line at about the 8. Savannah in an I formation. And what do we have here? Savannah's saying that Alabama jumped off sides. Alabama's saying Savannah moved. Let's see what the refs sort out here. We await the ref's decision. Offsides against Alabama. So another penalty against the Outlaws. And that's going to move the ball inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be put at the 4-yard line. So just like that, Savannah's got a chance to score here. Backs in the eye. Here's the handoff to number 50 for Savannah, but he is wrapped up right away for no gain at all. And that's the running back was Eric McGlemany. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I believe it's Eric McLemary. Eric McLemary, the running back, he was stopped for nothing, for no gain at all. So it's going to be 2nd and goal for Savannah with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Alabama with a huge 55-2 lead, but Savannah on the door trying to put some points on the board, trying to get a touchdown. So Ricky Adams gets everybody set. Ricky Adams under center. Ricky Adams going to roll to his right. He's going to run for it. He's going to be taken down at around the 4-yard line. Not much of a gain. Maybe a yard, if that. Good pursuit by the Alabama defensive line. 4:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Alabama up 55-2. Savannah desperately trying to score here. We got another injured player. And that is number 11 for Savannah. Boy, Savannah really, really taking it on the chin tonight. Ricky Adams, that's the quarterback. But Adams is going to go to the locker room and get checked on. So let's see who they bring in as their backup quarterback. Anthony Scott was knocked out of the game in the first half. And now head coach Bobby Demerell is out there in the huddle. The head coach is in the huddle for Savannah. He's in every huddle. So Coach Demerell very hands-on with his team. So 3:50 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to run. Savannah desperately trying to score here. And now number 4 in at quarterback. And he's going to run an option play. He's going to run. He's going to get tackled down close to the goal line, down about the 1-yard line. That was Courtney Reese with the option. Courtney Reese on the keeper. He runs it down to the 4. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Excuse me. It's down to about the 1-yard line. I apologize. Ball is placed about the 2-yard line, I should say. Ball at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Savannah really trying to put some points on the board here, and the Alabama defense trying to get the crowd into it, trying to get the crowd to make some noise. Alabama does not want to score here. And we got about a scrum of sorts. Looks like a rugby scrum. Savannah tried to run it in. They tried to run the ball there. They gave the ball to number 90. That's Mason Fuller, the fullback. But we got a face mask against Alabama. And I believe it's against Ken Ingram Jr. That's his 2nd penalty of the game. A horse collar earlier on Courtney Reese, and now a face mask. If you're Alabama, you've got to show more discipline. And head coach Lee Ellison has got to be concerned with the sudden penalties committed here in the 3rd quarter. So now the ball is at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Savannah gets a break here. Let's see if they can capitalize. Here's Courtney Reese. Under Courtney Reese in shotgun. Mason Fuller to his right, and now we get another penalty. So a barrage of penalties in this third quarter. All of them by Alabama. Let's see what the penalty is. False start against the offense this time. So it's a false start against Savannah, and that's going to move them back up to the 5-yard line. That's exactly what they did not lead. Okay, here's the pitch. He gives it to number 3. That's Anthony Curtis, and Curtis gets it down to the, well, it's inside the 5-yard line. He's down to about the 3. Well, the ball is placed at the 6-yard line. Not much of a gain at all. And this third quarter is going by very, very quickly. 38 seconds and counting in the third quarter. I'm a bit surprised Savannah has not decided to throw the ball on this possession. Okay, here's Courtney Reese under center. Courtney Reese is going to run it. He's at the 5. He's at the goal line. Touchdown. Courtney Reese with the keeper, and he scores. So Savannah gets on the board. It's now 55-8. And I would imagine that they're going to try and kick it. Then again, they might go for 2. So 3 seconds to go. They're going to let the clock run. That's the end of the third quarter. The score is now Alabama 55, Savannah 8. We're going to take a break. You're watching X-League Arena Football here on SouthlandSportsTV.com. We're back here at Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. The Savannah Steam have scored their first touchdown of the game. It's now 55-8 Alabama. And it looks as if Savannah is going to go for 2. Yes, they are. Here's Courtney Reese with the ball, and he's still alive. He's going to reverse the ball back to his left, and he's still on his feet, and he's being pushed way, way back by Tracy Brooks and Rob Taylor, and obviously the 2-point conversion did not work. He rolled to his left, broke a tackle, and tried to reverse his field, went back the other way, and was just met right there and forced way, way back, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So with 14:47 to go in the fourth quarter, it is Alabama 55 and Savannah 8. We have a score in the other game going on tonight in St. Louis in the third quarter. To start of the third quarter, St. Louis has a 51-18 lead over the Florida Marine Raiders. Both those teams coming into tonight's action 2-0 atop the X-League standings. Alabama at 1-1, but St. Louis is well on their way, it appears, to a victory tonight, and they're going to move. They will probably. And again, a lot of strange things can happen, but they will probably win that game and go 3-0. And Alabama looks like they're going to win their game tonight here against the Savannah Steam and go 2-1 and be tied with the Florida Marine Raiders. So it's 55-8. The Alabama Outlaws over the Savannah Steam with 13:50 to go in the game. It's been all Alabama. Savannah won the X-Dash. Again, they decide who gets the ball by having 2 players, one from each team, pick up a football and run it into the end zone. The player that wins the race gets 2 points for his team, and they get the ball to start the game. But And Savannah won that race. They got the first 2 points of the game, 2-0, but since then it's been all Alabama. So we await the kickoff from Savannah. And there's the kick. It's a long kick. It goes out of bounds just over the 5-yard line. That was Quasi Williams with the kickoff for Savannah, and he kicks it out of bounds. Ball sailed over the boards at around the 5-yard line. So I think that's going to be a penalty, and the ball's going to be moved out to the 20-yard line of Alabama. So Alabama in business once again to put more points on the board. 12:40 to go in the game. We're glad that you decided to join us wherever you may be. And we'll be here in 2 weeks from tonight here in Birmingham. If you live in the Alabama area, you live in the Birmingham area, come on out and support this team, this Alabama team. They're exciting. They play a great brand of arena football, and they'd love to have your support. So here come the Outlaws at their own 20. Garrett Sutphin in shotgun. And Sutphin awaits the snap. A low snap again, and we got a penalty. We got a stoppage of play. And false start against Alabama. That's against Taron Retta. Taron Retta, the guilty party on that play. So another penalty against Alabama. And even though you're up 55-8, Lee Ellison cannot be pleased with the penalties committed here in the second half. 2nd and 15. Sutphin back to pass. Sutphin throws a long pass. It is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. And Marcellus Wilder strutting his stuff as he catches his 4th touchdown of the game. It is now 61-8, Alabama Outlaws. Sutphin threw a beautiful pass. Wilder had beaten his defender, and a nice reception in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown, his 4th of the game. And just like that, it is 61-8 Alabama. 10:48 to go in the game. Alabama obviously in no hurry here as they bring on Chris Campbell to convert the extra point. Sutphin has gotten great protection from his O-line tonight. We don't have the official stats, but he has been on the money in throwing the football. So Chris Campbell on to attempt the extra point to make it 62-8. And we await the snap. Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 10:09 to go in the game, Alabama 62, Savannah 8. And we'll keep it. We're going to take a break. It's Alabama 62, Savannah 8. You're watching X-League Arena Football on SouthlandSportsTV.com. We're back here at Bill Harris Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama, huge lead over Savannah, 62-8. Here's the kickoff from Chris Campbell. It's received by Josh Thomas of Savannah. Thomas runs it out past the 10-yard line. We got a fumble, and a run back for a touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. And that is, let's see, that's number 55 for Alabama with the score. Number 55. That is Gerard Jones. Gerard Jones with a touchdown. Josh Thomas fumbled the ball around the 10-yard line, and Gerard Jones was Johnny on the spot, picking the ball up and running it into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 68-8, Alabama. Boy, oh boy. Just a nightmare performance for this Savannah Steam team. You feel, yeah, you got to feel for them after all the distraction going on this week with the new ownership purchasing the team. I don't know. I don't think maybe that had that much to do with it. You know, you no matter what city you represent, you come out to play football, and they've certainly tried to do that tonight. But just the roof is just caved in. And I have to think the long 14-hour bus ride had something to do with it. You know, they will never make excuses for that. But I would imagine that probably had something to do with it. But Alabama has just come out on fire tonight. Here's Campbell's extra point. It is up, and it is good. So with 7:18 to go in the game, Alabama increases their lead 69-8. And will we take a break? Yes, we will. No break. No, excuse me, no break. 7:06 to go. Clock is running. Let's give you an update on another game going on in the X League. In the third quarter with 11:39 to go in the third quarter, St. Louis has a 52-18 lead over the Florida Marine Raiders. So St. Louis appears to be well on their way to going 3-0 on the season. And Alabama obviously is going to win tonight. They're being up 69-8, so they will go to 2-1. Florida will drop to 2-1, and St. Louis will be atop the X League standings at 3-0 as we await Chris Campbell's kickoff. 69-8, Alabama over the Savannah Steam. Here's Campbell's kickoff. A low line drive, bounces twice. It's picked up by number 8 for Savannah, and he is met right away by several Alabama players. Actually, excuse me, that's number 18. Number 18 for Savannah. That is Will Hoskins. Will Hoskins picked the ball up in his end zone. He ran it out, and he is tackled at the just shy of the 10-yard line. So the ball's going to be placed at the 9-yard line. Savannah will have the ball at their own 9-yard line with 5:47 to go in the game, and them trailing 69-8. And if you're the Savannah Steam, you desperately want another touchdown here to at least save face, at least come out of here with something accomplished, some pride here. They've played hard. But things just have not gone their way. They've turned the ball over. Alabama's defense has been outstanding, and that's just the way it's happened tonight for the Savannah Steam. Okay, Savannah with the ball at their own 9-yard line. And now Courtney Reese is going to hand the ball off to his running back, and that is number 3, Anthony Curtis. Curtis gets maybe a yard. The ball's going to be at the 1-yard line. 4:48, clock running. Alabama with an enormous 69-8 lead. The defense for Alabama has been outstanding. The offense for Alabama has been outstanding. Just everything that you wanted to happen for the Alabama Outlaws has happened, except maybe the penalties in the second half here. Okay, Savannah's got the ball at the 10-yard line. Courtney Reese rolls to his left. Courtney Reese runs up along the boards, and he is knocked down close to the 20-yard line. I'd say at about the 17. Let's see where the refs place the ball. They're going to place it just beyond the 15. It's going to be on the 16-yard line of Savannah. 4 minutes to go in the game. Clock is running. And I think Savannah just wants to probably get out of here as quick as they can. You would hope for their sake they could get a touchdown before the game is over to at least end this game on a positive note. Savannah taking a long time in the huddle here. 3:37, 3:36, clock running. Ball at the 16-yard line. Reese under center. Reese, he pitches it to number 21, Josh Thomas. Thomas gets across the 16, gets maybe a yard or two. The ball's going to be at the 17-yard line. He probably got about a yard. 3:05 to go in the game. Alabama going to win tonight. They're going to move into second place along with the Florida Marine Raiders, who appear to be going down to defeat tonight as they are losing to St. Louis. The St. Louis, at last check, the St. Louis attack with a 52-18 lead in the third quarter. We will keep you updated on that score. Clock running, 2:37, 2:36. Savannah with the ball at their own 16. Excuse me, their own 17. Reese under center. Reese back to throw. Reese back to pass, looking. Now he's going to roll to his right. Reese with nowhere to go, and number 16 and that's Kent Ingram with the tackle, and he sacks Reese for a loss. So the ball moved back to the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to go, 69-8, Alabama. And we will be back here, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks from tonight, Friday, April 25th. The Alabama Outlaws will be in action. Clock continues to run. Ball at the 15-yard line. And it looks like Savannah just wants to probably just get out of here and get to a hotel and sleep after the 14-hour bus ride. They're in absolutely no hurry to move the ball right now. Clock running, 1:17, 1:14, actually 1:13, 1:12. So I guess there was a timeout here on the field. And the ball is now it's down to 1 minute, and now they're going to bring in the X ball. So if Savannah can score, it would be 12 points for them. It's now 70-8 thanks to the defensive play by Kent Ingram Jr. on Courtney Reese. 70-8, Alabama with the lead. As you can probably hear, the gentleman on the field announcing to everybody that the X ball doubles in points. If you throw a touchdown, it's not 6 points, it's 12 points. If you kick a field goal, it's not 3 points, it's 6 points. If you get a extra point, it's not 1 point, it's 2. If you get a try for the 2-point conversion and you get it, it's not 2 points, it's 4 points. So everything is double with the X ball. Unfortunately for Savannah, they are too far behind for it to be a factor in this game. If you can be within 16 points of your opponent with a minute to go in the game, you have a chance to win. If you can anywhere 18, 17, 16 points, you've got a chance to win. But being that Savannah is down 70-8, that's not possible. Actually, the Outlaws have the ball, in fact, and now we got another penalty. And let's see what the refs... false start against Alabama, and that's going to move the ball back to the 20. Teron Retta with the penalty. Well, Alabama overall has played a superb game with the exception of the penalties here in the second half. Sutphin in shotgun. Teron Retta in motion, and now another penalty. And this appears to be a false start. Let's see. And if it's a false start, Offsides against the offense, so that's going to push the ball back to the 25-yard line. So several penalties here in the second half. Although it's not going to matter in this game. Lee Ellison, the head coach for the Alabama Outlaws, probably going to be a little concerned. So Sutphin under center. He hands the ball off to Rob Taylor. Rob Taylor is to the 10-yard line. He keeps going. Taylor keeps going, and he took some Savannah defenders for a ride, and Rob Taylor gets the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line of Savannah. What a run by Rob Taylor. I would imagine, though, that Alabama is going to take a knee here. Well, let's see. 17, 16, 15 seconds to go in the game. Sutphin under center. Teron Redder in motion. He gives the ball to Taylor. Taylor is, he forces his way across the goal line. And yes, that's a touchdown. Rob Taylor with another touchdown for Alabama. And look at that. That's 12 points. It's now 82-8. It is 82-8, Alabama over the Savannah Steam. And that's going to be the ball game. That ends the ball game. Your final score, Alabama 82, Savannah 8. And that's going to be it. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the game. For my partner, Patrick Glory, this is Ken Gustafson saying so long from Birmingham. Final score, Alabama Outlaws 82, the Savannah Steam 8. You've been watching X-League Arena Football on SouthlandSportsTV.com.